Check. Good evening, everybody. Mr. D, I'm the band director here at Madisonville Jr High. Thank you guys so much for coming out to our spring concert entitled Adventure. The first band up tonight is going to be the Jazz Band. Before we get started, just a couple of things. If you don't mind, please taking your cell phone out and make sure it's off or on silent. Also, if you do need to leave, please make sure to try to do that between different pieces of music. That way we're not disturbing anybody. Also, our jazz band, you're going to hear a lot of soloists during this. They would love to hear your applause during the piece. Don't be shy while they're soloing at the end of their solo. They would love to hear a little bit of appreciation from you guys. So, thanks again so much. Hope you guys enjoy. So our jazz band here at the junior high meets once a week throughout the year. So this is it's an extra group. It's something they auditioned for towards the beginning of the year. they make it in, and they dedicate their time outside of school to come in and do these rehearsals. So they're doing a great job. It's probably one of the tightest groups I've ever had as a junior high for jazz band. It's absolutely awesome this year. So our next tune coming up is going to be Every Sunrise is a Bonus, and that one I'm going to invite Mr. Ogle on stage. Mr. Ogle is a parent of one of our students, but he's also a bass player, so he's dedicated a lot of his free time to come in outside of his job and come and work with our rhythm section and really helping us out. So he's going to conduct this piece, and I'm going to play a little bit of saxophone this piece. Okay, so our next tune that we have for you guys is a fun one. It's a Latin tune called Orangutango. I did forget to mention some solos on this last couple tunes. So on that very first tune for Blues Machine, When I Call Your Name, I Should Stand Up for that tune. On that you had James on guitar. And we had Bruno on trombone. And then we had Jackson on saxophone. And then our next tune that we got for you today is going to be Indigo Blue. For this tune, I'm going to invite up my wife, who's going to go ahead and play piano for us on this tune. On that tune, you also heard a little feature from, again, James on guitar. We got one more tune for you guys tonight for the jazz band. Also, this group recently went to the Bill Evans Jazz Festival at Southeastern. This is the first time ever that I've taken a group to this event. Also, I think it's the first time ever that any school from, any jazz band from Madisonville Junior High has gone to this. So for our first time doing it, it was actually a really great experience. We ended up getting excellent scores, so basically a mix of 1s and 2s overall. But for a first time ever taking the group to this, I think they did a really great job. So great job, guys. Our last tune that we have for you today is going to be tonight. It's going to be Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. On this tune, you'll hear a couple people. You'll hear Juliana Valencia on tenor. You'll hear Joey on bass, Barry sax. You'll hear James on guitar, and you'll hear Noah on trumpet. So that first tune you heard was Ghost of the Lost Ship. So this group here is our festival ensemble. So this year we took a trip to Universal Studios. Those students that ended up doing that ended up being part of the festival group this year. In addition to that, we did two other festivals, one at Madisonville Junior High and one at Mount Leon Junior High, at which both of those festivals, they came home with all outstanding scores, so superior scores at all of those festivals. So this group has won a lot of awards so far this year, and they're doing a great job. The next two, so the next tune that we did that we brought to the festival this year is a piece called Psalm 42. Give it up one more time for Sarah on clarinet. So while we were in our trip at Universal, so we competed in a festival there. So we drove 12 hours, got straight off the bus, and then walked into a performance. At that performance, I believe, as far as junior high goes, there's about 4 other schools in the junior high level, and I think overall there was around between 25 and 30 schools overall between band and choir. Our students came home with 2 trophies from that. 4, including if you count the choir as well. Our band students came home with a superior trophy in first place in their category, which is by school size, and they also came home with a first place trophy which is for their age group overall. So they did an excellent job. And in addition to that, I'm kind of just one of those people that likes to see the overall scores overall, like for everybody in choir and everything. The cool thing is, I think I told the students this, but our scores were actually the second highest scores overall out of any ensemble at the festival, including choir and band. So they were absolutely amazing. So this ensemble has one more tune for you guys tonight. The last song that we have for you guys is Afterburn Relaunch. So our intermediate band here is comprised of all of our seventh grade students at our school. This group has been probably one of the most improved groups from where they started to where they are now, so far in my 10 years of teaching. So this group's been amazing this year. Super incredibly proud of how far they've come this year. So great job, guys. The next piece we have tonight is ritual dance. something I just want you guys to keep an eye out for. I'll be posting on Google Classroom within the next couple of days, but the local high schools around here, so both Covington High School and Madisonville High School, offer summer camps for students, that's like junior high students. It's with a half a day, right, Rusty? Yeah, so it's half a day where they just get to go and play fun music, like movie music and other just fun things, get to keep their their abilities up over the summer. So be on the lookout for that over the summer. I think it's also free, so it's a great opportunity to just keep them kind of busy. Our last tune for this ensemble is going to be Spirit of the Stallion. I think this one's probably their favorite. So I told them this earlier that I feel like 7th graders coming to me and I'm scared for what the future's going to be because they're, new. And then by the time, 8th grade comes around, and in 8th grade, I'm like, man, I'm really going to miss the kids. And this group's no different. So this group is amazing to work with. They are probably the most polite group I've ever had. Extremely professional. It's awesome. It's a great group. The next piece we have for you guys is Castles and Dragons. before we play this last piece for you guys, I wanted to kind of bring something to everybody's attention. So these programs are something that these kids really work hard at. In addition to that, these programs don't happen with parent support and people speaking out. So I encourage you that to help support these programs, we have to continue to feed the programs by letting people know that these programs are important. So I encourage you, if you see things in programs that you like, or things that you wish were different, please reach out to people. By making these programs great, it has to come from you. It has to come from parent voices, talking to administrators, talking to principals, talking to supervisors. This is how we maintain these programs. Without you guys, programs are shrinking. So I ask that I really encourage you to reach out to people. If you need help and who to reach out to, I can give you some people to talk to. But our programs are so important. I mean, look at them. They're amazing. They're fantastic kids. But we have to support them. So I just encourage you, please, to use your voice to talk to people, to keep our programs going and keep them growing. Because this is the biggest group that we've ever had. And I want to keep it that way. Because this is one of the best groups I've ever had as well. So please keep that in mind. Also, I want to do a couple special thanks to people. First people I wanted to thank was the Madisonville Junior High art class. If you look at the front of your programs, that was done by our art students. They also additionally made 8 other posters that are hanging around our campus. Each one had a different theme for the different pieces that we played tonight. So they took time out of their schedule to do this. They did a fantastic job. So that's the junior high art program. Next people I want to thank were our booster parents here. Our booster board is the people that really kind of get this going. They help with getting the programs figured out, getting everything figured out. They're also the ones that help organize this trip to Universal that we did every year. So far this year, I don't remember the exact number is, but I think it's the most money that we've ever raised in one year. And that's because our booster parents that led this and all you guys for supporting the arts and doing that. So we appreciate our booster board. Thank you guys. And then as well as Madison High School for allowing us to use their facilities as well as a lot of their instruments on stage. This I think is a very nice venue to have rather than doing it in the gym at our school. So without them, it wouldn't happen. And then one last thing, also shout out to Marcy Arsenault and for them taking pictures of each one of our students. So each one of your students, when they took a picture tonight, they also got a piece of paper that has a QR code on it and a specific code to your child. So if you scan that QR code and you put that code in, that will take you to their website where if you wanted to purchase pictures, if you haven't done so already, they will have them, you can order them there. Also, I believe there'll be one big group picture too that they'll kind of put each individual person in. So be on the lookout for that. Like I said, your student came after they took the picture, they got a sheet of paper with that on that, so make sure you get that from them. So one last piece for tonight. I think this piece is, oh, he already has it on. So if you haven't figured out by him falling down the stairs, he's already kind of like the class clown. In the best way possible, though. So anyways, we have one more piece for you guys tonight, and that is El Taco Picante.